To not do it would be to say I'm not going to tell the truth.
Yeah, George Clooney does not regret doing his New York Times op-ed on July 10th, 2024 that called on President Joe Biden to end his re-election campaign because of his declining cognitive ability that George said that he witnessed firsthand. Well, Biden would do that 11 days later on July 21st, but George doesn't like how things went from there.
We had a chance. I wanted there to be, as I wrote in the op-ed, a primary. Let's battle test this quickly and get it up and going.
That same day on July 21st, Biden endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to be the new Democratic nominee, and the delegates quickly lined up behind her.
I think it was a mistake, quite honestly.
2 days after Biden stepped aside, George released a statement saying, "We're all so excited to do whatever we can to support Vice President Harris in her historic quest." Now that Kamala lost, George isn't saying that sexism or racism was the problem, or that, as the title of her new book points out, she only had 107 days to run a campaign, or that she ran on the wrong issues. No, George says that Kamala herself was the problem.
The mistake with it being Kamala is that she had to run against her own record.
I'm not sure what George is referring to. Her own record of what? She doesn't have a criminal record, and it's ludicrous to suggest that voters looked at Kamala's own record and Trump's own record and decided Trump has a better record. In all the post-election talk, I haven't heard anyone say, "Oh, yep, it was that thing on Kamala's record that really did her in." What are you talking about, George?
It's very hard to do if the point of running is to say I'm not that person. You know, it's hard to do. And so she was given a very tough task.
I don't recall Kamala ever saying something along the lines of, "I'm not that person," or "You have the wrong perception of me." No, and why would she? She was the sitting vice president in an administration that was doing a decent job. Before that, she was a senator who perfectly grilled every single person who came into that hearing room. And before that, she was the California district attorney.
We are where we are. We were going to lose more House seats, they say. So, you know, I don't know.
And what's even more dumbfounding with George's comments on CBS Sunday Morning is that he's then asked about Hunter Biden's response to his op-ed, and George says this.
I don't think looking backwards like that is helpful to anyone.
But you just look back at the past when it came to Kamala running for president, and yeah, saying that she was a mistake is not helpful, George.
I don't think it's helpful for the Democratic Party. I have many personal opinions about it, but I don't find it to be helpful to have a public spat with him. So
instead, I'll have a public spat with a woman who worked her ass off, making every appearance humanly possible in 107 days, while still being the sitting vice president. Like, to go after Kamala personally and suggest that she wasn't a worthy candidate is just insane.
You can also be very political and really stick yourself out there.
Sometimes, yeah.
And to suggest that it was character versus character in this election, and yep, Trump's character won out. Are you kidding me, George? Yeah, what do you make of George's comments about Kamala?
I try to do it when I think I have a responsibility to.